an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. This is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Malik McDowell able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson on second down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got Lockett, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That's going to go down as a 20-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Wentz now on first down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to air. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. That was close to a big play and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Off the fake to Lacy, here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From midfield, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and the pressure gets to him again. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Powers, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sproles, a beautiful fake. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Eagles take possession. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Wentz to throw on second down. And he dumps it off to Blount. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Flushed out right. And Jeffrey's got it. And now running right through it. A gain of 39 that time. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Wentz now to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On second down, here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now it's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Sproles, the return. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Back to throw. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz, flush to his right. The open man is Smith. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Eagles. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. This a long one from 54. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. This a long one from 54. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. This a long one from 54. to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On third down, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And then the yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Again, here's Blunt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circle. Charlemagne.